Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here to do my November results video, and in this video I basically just go through all of what we spent and compare it to what we budgeted for the month and get an idea of how much we saved or we didn't save depending on how we did. So I get a lot of questions about how I reconcile and all of that, and honestly this is the biggest part of it. So you guys see when I set up my budget, you guys see as I walk through every week, and then you guys see how we end up doing for the entire month. Now I have to say one thing. With budgeting in general, one downside about a budget, unless you do it a different way, is that you're making it at one point in time, and you're doing it at that one point in time with the knowledge that you know. Sometimes there are going to be situations where you don't know something's going to happen, or you forget to add something because you are human, and that's completely okay. So if that bothers you, if you do not like that, then one thing that I would suggest doing is doing kind of like a living budget. And maybe instead of doing it in pen like I do it in pencil, and then as things change, adjust your budget. That is completely okay if that is something that's going to bother you, if you have something that's going to be unbudgeted, or if you're going to spend more money than what you originally thought. For me, it doesn't matter so much because I realize that these numbers are honestly just what I think of at that point in time. I've talked about this 100 times, but for me, unbudgeted or being over budget for something doesn't matter as much as the fact that I know why I'm over budget. So just keep that in mind. I think doing a paper and pen budget is nice for a lot of reasons, but if that pen aspect, if the fact that you know, potentially could, something could change and you want to write something else in, do it with a marker, do it with a pencil and adjust it as you need to. And that might mean that something comes up and you realize, well, I'm going to save $100 less than what I thought. Well, just adjust it, and then you don't have to worry about it as much. I wouldn't say do that, like don't justify like buying stuff that you don't need because of that, but you know, for things like I'm going to talk about, like with people coming to visit when I didn't expect them to come to visit, those types of things I feel like kind of warrant that type of budget planning. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get started. What I like to do is I have a black pen and a red pen. I have these pens listed down below. I get them off Amazon. You can also get them from Home Depot. Why do I always want to say that? Office Depot or Office Max, is that what it is? So I'm just going to go through all of the items and write down what my actual was, and then towards the end or at the end I'll do what I was over and under and get an idea of that. So the first thing here is my electric. A lot of stuff came in after the fact at the very end, so that's kind of why this is up a little bit later. But our ComEd, which is our electric, was $62.02. So with that, during the summer, our electric seems to go up quite a bit. For us, the max is usually around 120, and kind of the opposite with gas. Gas is pretty low during the summer, and it gets up higher because obviously we're heating our house more. So I expected this to go down, but our gas will also go up. So speaking of gas, our gas ended up being $48.83. Our cable and internet, that's kind of weird. It was $25.19 instead of $25.31, so slightly under. $125.19. Our Netflix is always the same at $13.99. Gas for our car. So last time we did a check-in, we had, let's see. Okay, so we budgeted $130 and we spent, let's see, 52. You know what, I'm going to do it the other way. I'm just going to add these up. 52.27 and nothing that time. But then we have a couple items. So we have 15.21 here, 25.84, and then $26.46. So that brings us to $119.78. So just under. And then for groceries, I budgeted $400 and we had $19.73 remaining at the end of week 3. So that means we spent $380.27 as of that time. So I just need to add in, I'm gonna go ahead and mark these so I know I got them. I just need to add in all of the other groceries that we spent. So we're gonna start here since I know these are marked off as already being counted. So we have $29.35, $12.69, $10.04, $8.70. We have $16.72, $11, and $4.48. Okay, so that means in total we were over by $73.25. So total $473.25. For some reason that seems high to me, but that's probably right. I'm just gonna mark these all off. Just gonna do that really quick one more time just to make sure. So we are at 380 and then 29.35, 12.69, 10.04, 8.70, 16.72, 11, and 4.48. So I guess that's right. Okay, and then for eating out, I'm gonna count, oh my goodness, this thing is moving. I'm gonna count our eating out separately from my cousin's visit. That will be shown as unbudgeted. So I'm just gonna say it was $160, even though my cousin's visit did include some eating out. Household, we did budget $75, but I believe I also spent some money. I just didn't budget enough. So I'm adding the $27 plus 75 to be $102 for household. A lot of people, when they do cash clips, like our household is cash clips, a lot of people like to keep that as like that's all you get. For household, it's hard though, because you know, if we need toilet paper, you can't go without toilet paper. So I'm not super crazy about that, like making it completely strict. And then for coffee, I'm just gonna add up all of the green. So we have $4.42 plus, or okay, let's start over. $2.42 plus $2.42 plus $2.42 plus 4.33, $2.42, and then $4.84. So that brings us to $21.27. So slightly over. Sinking funds were exactly the same. And then we get to unbudgeted. So what I need to do is add up all of the red. I like to do it in red because of this reason. Now home, that is already accounted for since I included it with home. But it's all stuff that, you know, we didn't account for, or might have been a little bit more than what we thought. So we had my doctor's bill, that was $24. We got a new play mat for Macy, that was $54.69. And my cousin came to visit and we did a lot of activities with the kids. We ate out, we just had fun and enjoyed Thanksgiving. And that was $232.76 for everything while he was here. So we have a total unbudgeted or over budget, however you want to consider it, of $307.50. I definitely recommend putting an unbudgeted or some type of blank category for items like that so you can have a place to put them. I think that's, at least in my experience, it's a huge thing because there's always going to be something, I think, that's going to come up. So I just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I think that is it. We got all of our groceries, got all of our bills, so I think that is good. So let's go ahead and just take a look and see where we're at. This thing is all over the place. Like, I don't know what's going on with this. It just slips. Okay, so I'm just going to take my little calculator over here and see how we did. So like I said, for electric, we were under. So we were $37.98 under. For gas, we were also under. We budgeted $60. It was really $48.83. So that's $11.17 under. Our cable bill, for whatever reason, was a little bit less, so it's not going to be much, but since I'm doing it, it was under by 12 cents. Our Netflix is always the same. Car doesn't change. Gas, we are under. So we budget $130 and it was actually $119.78. So $10.22 under. Groceries, we were over by $73.25. I purposely like to put that in red just so it stands out. And then for eating out, we were what we should have spent. For household, we were over by $27, like I said earlier. Haircuts were the same. Coffee, I was over by $1.27. Sinking funds were the same, and then the amount that of all of our unbudgeted obviously is over budget, so that's $307.50. So now I'm going to take all of that and see in total where we're at. And this is kind of tricky because you just have to make sure that the signs are going the right way. So I just like to do the positives, and then subtract all of the negatives and kind of go like that. So we have $37.98 plus $11.17 plus 12 cents plus $10.22 minus $73.25 minus 27 minus 127 and then minus 307.50. So that brings us to a total unbudgeted or over budget, sorry, of $349.53. Just gonna really quickly do that again just to make sure that my calculation was wrong. Whenever I film these videos, it seems like I make some mistake. So I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right. Minus 73.25 minus 27 minus 127 minus 307.50. 349.53. So not too bad, considering the fact that we had someone come visit that was we weren't really expecting. I think that's pretty good. My tripod is all messed up. I will get this together at some point. I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like I thought it was going to be a way bigger number. So anyway, that is my little check-in. I was in the past kind of checking in with this planner here, and honestly, I haven't really kept up with it, and I've just noticed with using it that I wouldn't mind using it for the spending summary, but this page here would drive me crazy. So again, if you want to keep this with you, if you don't have the same budget setup as me, then I think it could totally work. I'm just not going to take the time right now to go through all of this, just because I know that this isn't going to work for me. Over the past couple of weeks I've realized that, but if you guys like that and you think it'll work for you, I definitely recommend trying it out. It is pretty inexpensive compared to a lot of the products from Erin Condren. But anyway, I hope you guys had a great November. I'm hoping, crossing fingers, for a good December. I'm hoping that a lot of my planning in terms of sinking funds and stuff will help with Christmas. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you guys had a great November financially, and let me know if you guys have any questions. As always, if you're looking for any of the products that you see, I have them listed down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.